Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at my 4-month fades on my Year 3 Indigo Invitational Redline Rally jacket. That is my BraveStar Selvage 23-ounce Gauntlet jacket. I have now been rocking this jacket for 4 months straight, and my monthly submission photos have been taken and submitted. So it is now time to show you the fades that I have acquired wearing this jacket over the past 4 months. We're going to start with the most obvious fades that you can see, which are my inner elbows. Each arm is taking on some very nice creasing, as we can see, and all of the high points are getting some very high contrast fades due to this 23-ounce denim. We are definitely seeing some very high contrast fades, not only here, throughout the jacket. If you want to continue on with the arms, we go down to the cuffs, both of which are taking on some nice creasing and fading as well. A lot of this will be for me working at my desk as my hands are dragging across my desk, typing on my keyboard, articulating my mouse, as well as me just wearing my jacket casually. This is a high contact point, so every time I'm sitting down at a table paying for something, I am getting some sort of contact with the cuffs of my jacket. Now, the fade I'm most happy to see coming through is this one right here in my right chest pocket. This is where I keep my earbuds. They have been in this pocket since day 1, and we started to see the fade forming on month 3, but now at month 4, it is coming along nicely, and we are definitely seeing the outline of not only the earbuds, but the seams here on the pocket are also showing some nice wear because they are a bit of a raised point, so we are getting a little extra contact there. Going up to the shoulder and armpit area, we are seeing quite a bit of fade here, and we are also seeing quite a bit of nice fading happening on the outside edges of both of my chest pockets. A lot of this will be from the jacket actually rubbing against itself, but a lot of this fading is also from me wearing a backpack, both while I was commuting on the scooter to and from work, while I'm walking to and from the office in my car. I'll throw my backpack on my back, and I do wear this jacket in the morning when I am walking the dog, and if I am not running, I am rucking. So I'm either wearing a GoRuck Rucker 3.0 or a GoRuck GR1, depending upon the amount of weight I am carrying. I keep both bags set up, so if I'm feeling like I can carry a little bit more weight, I'll take one bag. If I want to take it easy, I will take the other. So we are seeing some nice fades from me rucking several times a week in this jacket. As we go down the front buttons of the jacket, we are seeing some nice fading here from high contact points, and we are getting this little line here right in the middle that I'm not quite sure where that's coming from, but I like it. It just kind of popped up one day, and it is becoming a better fade by the day. And if we want to take a look at the keyholes here for my buttons, the 2 middle ones here are definitely softening up quite a bit, because this is how I will wear my jacket buttoned up, by only buttoning these 2 holes here. Continuing on with the front of the jacket, the right front belly pocket is getting a nice fade going on finally here. Again, this one also started around month 3, but it is now taking on even better fades by the day. This started with a bit of darkening because I am right-handed, so I tend to use this pocket more by putting my keys and whatnot in that pocket. But as I'm using it more and more, the darkening is starting to fade away, and we are now getting a nice fade going on here. And continuing down to the bottom of the front of the jacket, if we take a look at the bottom of the front, we are seeing a little bit of fade happening here, where all of the high points, where all of the seams come together, because they are raised, so they are a high contact point. And finishing off the front of the jacket, if we flip my collar up around my collarbone area, we are seeing a little bit of fading and creasing going on here. This fading will be from a combination of how I move my body, but mostly again from wearing a backpack, where it comes up over my shoulders and over my clavicle. It's just kind of rubbing and creasing, and sometimes if it gets caught on the collar of my jacket, we are creating a little bit of additional friction there, which is why we see a little fading underneath the collar as well. Flipping the jacket over across the top yoke, we are seeing some nice high point fades here. This will be a combination of my backpack and from me sitting down as my jacket rubs being the seam along the top of the jacket. This is a high point, so basically every time I lean or sit on something, this is making first contact, so we are getting a lot of good fades happening here. And if we come down a little bit, we can see a little bit of that fade as well in the back of each of the armpit. Most of this here will be from my jacket rubbing against itself, and I'm sure because it is also in my armpit area, and I wore this jacket through the summer. A little bit of this will also have been assisted from the perspiration of my body. But down at the bottom of the jacket in the lumbar area, we are seeing the newest fades that are popping up for month 4, and most of this will be from me wearing a backpack. We did see a little bit of this happening and starting early on from me wearing my bag on my scooter, but now that I am rucking in this about 2 or 3 times a week, we are seeing a lot more fade happening going on here. And I will add that the mornings are not as cool now as they were a month ago, so I am sweating a little bit more. Again, that is aiding in these fades that are happening. And then of course we will wrap it up with the back of each elbow, which are getting some very nice high contrast fades. If you remember early on, these were taking a bit of a sheen from rubbing on, but now they are developing some very nice fades, and I can definitely see a drastic difference from month 3 into month 4. These are starting to look really nice, not just on the ball of my elbow, but all around the inner elbow and whatnot. We're getting some nice creasing and some nice fading. So there we have it. Month 4 is in the books. The photos are submitted. There are 8 more months to go for year 3 of the Redline Rally. And while I was second guessing myself getting such a heavyweight jacket in those very warm months that we had all summer long, now that the weather has broken and it is cooling off nicely, I'm now finding this to be the best choice that I could have made, because not only am I getting some very nice high contrast fades, but the heavier weight denim is going to be very comfortable for me to wear throughout the fall and early winter, and I will probably layer over this throughout the dark, cold months of the winter to keep wearing this every single day. So stay tuned. These fades are getting good, and they're only going to get better.